Well, I'll be damned. Kuzu no Honkai completely flew under my radar. I never expected I would see a series quite like this from Winter of Anime 2017. I was being told earlier this morning when I was uploading my vlog that, Chibi, you need to watch the series Kuzu no Honkai. It's a very good series. It's a romance series, you're gonna like it. And everybody's saying, we know you like romance, so you're gonna enjoy the series. So obviously, since many know I do like my romance anime, I went and gave it a shot. I watched the first episode. 2 minutes in, I'm already seeing things happen that usually would take an entire season of an anime just to accomplish. And what I'm getting at is kissing, holding hands, and just even touching in the first place. That right there, I was like, this is happening in the first 2 minutes. But that was not what really got me interested in this series. What really got me was that these characters are doing these type of things together. They're kissing, holding hands, touching each other, and doing sexual acts while not loving each other. And when that was mentioned in this episode, I'm like, whoa. Like, this is clearly not like a regular shoujo or shonen, because the themes of that alone is just like for an adult. And so it's amazing how mature a seinen slash josei is compared to like its other counterparts. It always amazes me to see something like that. And when you see this series just start like this, I'm like, damn, the themes of this is really interesting. I mean, right now, we have two characters that are going out, they're dating, but they're using each other to fill that hole in their heart. They're filling up that, like, blackness, that envy they have because they can never be with the one they truly love. So they imagine that the person they're with right now, when they're kissing them, doing sexual acts, they're imagining that that's the person they truly love. And that overall, just that theme alone is something that, I want to be honest with you, I've actually never seen the theme quite like this in any anime I've ever seen. I'm just gonna be honest. Being personally honest, I have never seen this theme at all from any other anime I have seen. And just that alone interests me enough to want to continue watching this series. And I've been told that this series from a couple of the manga readers this series is very good, but also it's a type of series that's going to piss you off in some ways. I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I've been told that the series might piss me off, but overall it is still a very good series, so I'll have to see where it goes with that. But still, this series, just the thought of two characters being together because they don't have any feelings for each other, but they're together just to fill that darkness within them, I like that. It is so freaking cool. And I know this type of series is going to be very controversial for some, because, I mean, you gotta go figure, normally when we watch a romance series or read a romance manga, you have it to where a character, a girl and a guy, or, you know, if it's, you know, a girl and a girl or a guy and a guy or whatever, they fall in love and you know they're going to be a couple. But in this case, it's completely different. You have it to where these two characters, the only reason why they're doing these acts with each other, kissing, holding hands, you know, touching each other and all that, the only reason why they're doing these things is just because that they can never be with the one they want. And that's very controversial, because many might think, oh wait, this ain't true love. I mean, doing these type of things, you know, doing these sexual acts with someone that you don't even have feelings for. I mean, they even state in the episode that they can have everything from each other. You know, you can have everything. You can have pretty much my body. You could have, you know, me being around you. You know, me acting like I'm actually your girlfriend or boyfriend. But you cannot have my feelings. And that alone might make some upset with this series, but also may actually make you want to continue watching this series. And I'm the one on the side of, I want to continue watching, just because it's very fascinating to see two characters that really have no care for each other. They don't love each other, but maybe they'll come to some form of mutual understanding. They might grow feelings with each other, or eventually maybe they might actually get the person they truly love to fall in love with them. So it's a really cool series, and as I already stated, this series is definitely for the mature side of romance. If you want to see something very mature and completely different from what you've seen from normal shoujo or shonen romance series, you can definitely see this is completely different and more mature. So yeah, I mean, if you're into any type of romance series, like if you like romance, you like some drama and all that, you're definitely going to probably love this series. I mean, unless you're not into that type of stuff with, you know, two characters maybe not having feelings for each other, but they go this far with their relationship. I mean, it's very realistic in a way if you do think about it. I mean, there's a lot of couples out there or relationships that happen to where two people will get together and they'll start doing things with each other, like sexual acts, having sex and stuff, but they don't really even care about each other. They don't give a shit at all. The only reason why they do it is just to fill that void they have within themselves. I mean, that's stuff people really do in real life. And so the way this series kind of goes towards that direction, it feels realistic, and it feels like something you would actually see in everyday life. I mean, two people coming together and wanting to just fill that hole. Be together just to be together, no other point for it. There's no love between them, they're just doing it just to do it. And it's a realistic take on romance. It's very fresh to me. It's a very fresh outlook on romance compared to what I've seen in recent seasons of anime. And so, yeah, I give you all my full recommendation for this series. If you want to see something relatively different from this Winter of Anime 2017, definitely say you should definitely start this series. So, in terms of art animation-wise of Kuzu no Honkai, the art and animation, it's actually really beautiful, and I like the style of the way the art is used and the animation. It feels more like a manga style than anything else. Like, kind of let me explain. So, you know when you're reading a manga and you go from, let's say, you know, the right side of the page to the left side, you're reading the manga panels and stuff? Most of us have probably all have read at least a manga one time in our lives. If you're into anime or manga, you most likely have. So, if you read a manga, you know for a fact how the panels are done, and the animation of the series tends to focus on more of a manga type style. It's like seeing a manga chapter animated. What I'm getting at is you see like panels pop up and you see them moving, like movement of the characters, but then you see another panel pop up. It actually looks like you're reading a manga or watching an animated version of the manga. And usually when you see scenes like this in other anime, because this art style has been used before, you see this type of art style usually having still frames. Like the characters are still framed, like you see them holding their hands or whatever, and it's still framed. But in this case, though, it's not still framed. You have the characters actually moving within these little panels that are animated. It makes it a little bit more realistic, and you can appreciate the original style of the series, for instance, from the manga. So I am a big fan of the art style and animation. It's probably not going to be the best art and animation of, you know, the anime season, but it still looks relatively good. Music-wise, I think that there's still other better music out there from this Winter of Anime 2017. I personally prefer the ACCA music soundtrack because that's just my personal preference, but the soundtrack for Kuzu no Honkai, very good soundtrack that fits the vibe of the series and the atmosphere it's trying to give to all the viewers that start the series for the first time. I feel like the music fits well, especially the music when it comes to the ending song and stuff. Good ending song, by the way. So yeah, I say, definitely a series I'm going to definitely be watching. It caught my attention. I did not think I would see something as mature as this from Winter of Anime 2017, let alone a romance series. Came as a surprise to me. I thought, you know, this was not going to be that good of a series. I'm going to be completely straight up with you. I thought it was going to be one of those series I was going to watch, I'll be kind of interested in, but I was going to be like, it's okay. But I'm surprised. I actually think this could possibly be the contender of anime of the season. I'm not even joking. Not counting continuations. FYI, not counting continuations. I don't count those. So if I'm just strictly talking about new stuff from this Winter of Anime 2017, this is definitely contender for anime of the season, just because of the content inside of the first episode. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you've yet to watch it, what are you doing? Stop this video, go watch it. And if you have watched it, how do you feel about the series? I mean, do you feel like it's a very controversial series the way it tries to do its themes? Or are you happy that's trying to be a little bit different from what we normally see from romance anime from every individual anime season? I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.